there's this terrifying revolving door that's emerged between intelligence agencies and social media companies. Well, okay, so here again, you have reporters. They're not just talking. These aren't fake reporters. These are real people, real news services, Daily Mail. And they say, we've looked at this and we can name the number of CIA agents, FBI agents that have directly gone to work with Facebook, with Twitter, and with Google. And then they give us the names. Pick the story up. This is a remarkable story. Did you see this anywhere on national media?
No, that's what is so frustrating about this stuff too, because they found all these CIA agents, former CIA lawyer, Gina Haspel, one of them, Jim Baker, also one of them. Of course, everybody knows he was with Twitter until recently they realized, oh, wait a minute, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he was with the FBI, CIA, and then went, exactly.
But what has happened here, which we've talked about with the FDA, with the SEC, the revolving door. Right. You take the people from industry, you put them in regulation, take the regulators, you put them in the industry. That's what's happening with this intelligence community.
Yeah.
We're sending our good agents. You now work at Facebook for some reason.
But you see, the problem is management knows it. They're cooperating. They're cooperating because they're getting money from the government in various ways, just like Amazon. Okay, Amazon gets these huge government contracts. These other folks do too. So Jack Dorsey, I guess, was thinking, well, wow, if I let Aaron Berman in, Aaron Berman went with Facebook. But this guy was he was the service manager. He was the security service manager for Facebook. He's the guy who said, this is a story we're going to allow. This is a story we're not going to allow. We're going to throttle this one back. We're going to throttle forward on this one. He was he was a spook most of his life working for the CIA. Yeah. You have Deborah Berman. Well, she was a former intelligence analyst with the CIA. Notoriously secretive in what she did. But she was working on her project with Facebook was to take misinformation and decide whether we should pull that misinformation or whether that misinformation is going to help us. So she decides, do we put it on, do we take it off? How many more people are there?
Oh, God, there's so many.
We don't have time to go through all.
Chris Rose, who's political and counterterrorism analyst at the CIA, he went to Facebook. He joined them in March of 2020. Brian Weisbrand, CIA intelligence officer, he went with
LinkedIn.
Yeah. Cameron Harris, he went to Facebook, but Scott Stern
but the
also
point is
went.
The point is this: we could go. This is a huge list.
Yeah, and we don't even have the whole list.
No,
There's
they
still
came
so
from the spook industry, and people like Jack Dorsey and Zuckerberg said, "Look, come to work with us." But it wasn't just. You see, there was something in it for them. Let's let this spook decide what we're going to put out there in the public. They're going to make the decisions. We're putting them in charge. But the rest of the story is when they did that, they benefited some way in all kinds of ways from the government. Just like take Amazon again. Go back to that story. What was it? $600 billion contract? Was it $600 billion?
A good portion of all the money they make actually comes from those government contracts. I think a majority of Amazon's profit, it's not from people buying toothpaste on their website. It's from these government contracts.
Yeah, so these freaks want to say, well, we're just looking out for the American public. No, they weren't.
No.
They were looking out for themselves. They were destroying everything we hold dear about the freedom of press in this country.
And you also have to wonder, too, what else did they get in return? Because a revolving door of this size, with this many people from this one area of the government going to these exact same companies, there's a bigger relationship there, and I hope that gets flushed out because they get access, just like we talk about with media outlets that hire the former CIA people. It's because they want the access. So why did these groups need the access? That's a question we still need answered. We also know that these are companies that are still largely unregulated. Facebook alone facing tons of lawsuits for monopolistic behavior. They want to be in good with the government because they did it with Obama, they did it with Trump, they're doing it with Biden.
Oh, it goes all the way back to Bush.
So no matter who's there, we're going to be your friend, we're going to give you what you want in return. you don't touch us. Right.
Leave us
We're
alone.
your guys.
Don't hit us for monopoly cases. Don't, say it's an antitrust case. Give us a break when you can. Even though Europe is killing us.
They are.
Europe is fining the hell out of us for doing all this illegal stuff. Don't do it in the U.S., and we're going to let your spook industry take control of this entity. That's exactly what's happened here.